list of myths or facts that are very common in the industry. So I am going to give you a statement. You can, tell me if it's a myth or an actual fact, and then you can just give a little explanation about that. So the first thing would be BIM is just a 3D modeling tool.
Yeah, completely a meat. Like we, so most of the people who are coming into the industry, they will just think that beam is a tool or beam is a technology, but actually it is a process. Like it is a complete process of how you are generating and using the information for fulfilling your project outcome. So yeah, it's a meat.
All right. So the second statement would be that BIM is only beneficial during design phase. Once the design is done, it has no value during construction, post-construction, etc.
So completely a myth again, because the value of the beam is more, the more, like if you guess, like you can just you can try to understand, like value of the beam is more in the construction, but actually it is more into the the facility management side. Okay, the value of the beam is offering in all the stages of the project life cycles, starting from the concept stage to the facility management up to the demolition side. Okay, so it's not only just for the design phase or not only just for the construction phase, but for all the phases or the project life cycle stages. Everyone. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I have a very interesting one here. There are two statements. They're both interrelated. Civil engineers think that BIM is only for architects, whereas architects think that BIM is only for civil engineers.
So yeah, so this type of this is like this type of confusion is there still in the minds of the young professionals. So if I talk about it, like in reality, BIM is it is a collaborative approach. It is meant for all the professionals involved in the construction project, as I said earlier. Okay, including architect, civil engineer, structural engineer, also the landscape, even the project manager. The most important stakeholder is the project manager, because they are using this data of the beam for their execution stage. Okay, so project managers, even the the subcontractors, they are also part of this beam collaborative approach. Okay, so even like like some of the interior designers, like they will ask me some of the question, is beam useful for interior designers as well? I will always say yes, it is part of the interior designer as well. I will also, give them the fact like this is how you can use the beam. This is how beam can be, giving you the output which are, productive and efficient for you. So beam is not just like exclusive to any single professionals, but it is a collaborative approach, and that is the main or the core reason why we need the beam into the industry.
One last statement. BIM is very complicated to implement and learn. It takes up a lot of resources, and it's quite confusing to use different software, collaboration, etc.
So exactly, if I talk about it is like you have to you have to start from the base. You have to. It is not the complicated part. You have to start from the base. Okay. So I have seen there are so many resources in the market. Okay, there are so many tools. There are so many videos. One of the most important resources which I talk about is Autodesk University. So every year there is Autodesk University conferences. So if you go there, you will find lots of videos which are useful for all the disciplines, not only for the civil engineers or architecture, for all the disciplines. It is also for electrical. It is also for new field which is coming into the market. Okay, like data analytics. Okay, for AI in the beam. So it's like industry, like the resources are full of insightful data. So you just have to start from the base. You have to start building your knowledge base to implement this thing and understand this thing from the beam side of the approach. Okay, if you see like directly, like if you see from the your perspective, like if you are the young professional, you will see it complicated, but once you are into this industry, you will start feeling the the values and the benefits which it brings to you. Just it is a step by step approach, so you don't have to completely hurry for learning all the things at a time. No.
You mentioned about using AI in BIM. So I just want to ask about the tools or some of the software that you use. Do you use any AI tools or any project management tools along with BIM software as well?
Yeah, so one of the most used, like most of the people are using right now, is the Chat GPT. Okay, so people are they are not aware like if we can use the Chat GPT for all this purpose as well. So, but yes, it is useful. Like we can use the Chat GPT for so many things. Okay, you can create new guidelines, you can create a new workflows, you can generate so many benefits which are helping the beam industry. Okay, so ChatGPT, I will say it is one of my most used or the favorite AI tools for now. If I talk about the beam software, so at the at the initial stage of my journey, the beam software like most favorite was Revit. Okay, because we all start our journey from the Revit, most of the people. But now, as after the years of experience, now most favorite tool is the Fuser. So Fuser is the 4D based tool where we are creating the simulation of the construction project, which is helping the planning manager, procurement, project manager side to do their efficient decision making. So Fuser is the favorite tool right now. And if I talk about the management side, like personal management side or the professional management side, Miro is my favorite tool. So Miro is a workspace, like it is the unlimited workspace where you can create your own workflows. Okay, you can collaborate with the different team members. You can create your calendar into the workflows, into the Miro, and you can do a lot of things for from the side of the planning or from the side of the self management. So yeah, there are so many tools which are used in the industry. Okay, so you just have to you just have to be aware like how it will be using or how it will be aligning with your requirement. So yeah.
Right. All right. So, you started out with Revit, but then, when someone goes and researches on the internet, what software they have to learn or what specialization to choose, it becomes very confusing and very complicated for people. So what would be your tips on how to choose a specialization for themselves? So what are the options that they can take up as a fresher? What are some of the tools that they can learn, and how do they decide which specialization to take up?
That's really true. Like the beam industry is evolving a lot. Like the graph of the technology in the beam market is compounding. Okay, it is growing exponentially at very high rate. Okay, so now it's not just about the beam modeling or the coordination. There are many new beam jobs and the beam position in the market. So if you look upon into the LinkedIn beam jobs, you will find a lot of various new job roles. What are the different segment, different domain where you can contribute to the construction project efficiently. Okay, so when choosing a beam specialization, it is important to, like I will again say, it is important to start from the base. Okay, that's a process of modeling, the coordination, and then when you start realizing that how it is adding value to the construction project, you will see different aspect. You will start seeing naturally the different aspect of the beam industry. Okay, so after that you will see the other domains, like there is a lean implementation, there is completely lean industry going on which is complementing with the beam industry. Okay, there is a data analytics sides, there is a game engine simulation, there is a drone, and so many new developments coming into the market. Okay, so still, yeah, there are still lot of tools into the industry, and each software tool has its own benefits, its own strength, which is suited for the different aspect of the construction. So any tool you choose first in the industry, like if you are starting your career into the beam industry, so that tool will always be the relevant, it will add value to your portfolio for sure. Okay, because if you are working into the industry, they are aware of all the softwares which are useful for them to solve the problem of the construction industry. Okay, so slowly try to understand different tools, expand your horizon to project management side. Okay, don't be just uh, limiting yourself into the one side, but start looking from the horizon of the project management side, okay, life cycle of the project. So start doing the research, see the development trends in the market. I will tell you detail how to do this in the later questions, but check for all the needs and demands of the industry. You can go into the beam jobs, look for the description of the beam jobs, what exactly they need. If you are able to fulfill those requirements, if not, then start learning those new things. Okay, so this is how you can approach your way into the beam industry and start learning the new things.
Awesome. I'm sure these advisors would be like golden words to a lot of people because we have very little support in terms of learning BIM from colleges, from faculties, because they themselves are new to this. So when professionals like you come and offer such golden advices, it becomes very, very valuable to the students. One more very important question that almost every fresher has in their mind is, how does a fresher crack a role in BIM companies, right? Almost all of the companies, when they put out job openings, they want at least 1, 2 years of experience. But the freshers who are, who are just out of college, who have put in a lot of efforts to learn the BIM skill, how do they crack, their first job in BIM?
Yeah, so I think this might be the toughest challenge for all the freshers. Even I face this challenge. Okay, so like if I observe the same in my years of experience, like companies are, preferring more of the experienced professionals, and there are, but I have also seen like there are so many companies there are which are promoting the freshers to giving them the training from the initial stage. They will give them the training, they will give them the understanding of the company's workflow, that how they are working. So still there are so many companies at the local level which are promoting this type of hiring for the freshers. Okay, so if I talk about how they can crack the interview if they are the fresher, so there are various certification you can go through. There are so many courses which provides you a relevant certification which are useful as a demand for the industry right now. One of the important thing which you should be aware is, like, right now in the beam industry there is a high demand of the skill set, but there is a very less professional which are available to the market. Okay, so focus on that. There is a requirement for you, but you need to understand what is that requirement and how you will learn those skills. Okay, second, if you are also part of the academics, if you are doing the masters like me, like in sept university or even in the nicmar, there is a real life project. Okay, you have to study the real life project, you have to get that project into your academic and start implementing the beam. So this is one of the good approach which will give you the understanding from the industry side. Okay, third, like fundamentals of the beams, like start reading the ISO standards, starts reading some of the blogs. Okay, attend the webinars, conferences. Okay, try to build your beam fundamentals. If you are having a strong beam fundamentals, you will be easily cracking the interviews, because most of the professionals which I have seen into the market, they are not even having the fundamentals. Even if they are beam coordinators or the beam manager, they are not having the proper fundamentals. So the creating and creating this knowledge base using this fundamental of the beam is one of the most important thing. Second, start if you are not getting direct job, start internship. Okay, you can go there, you can tell them that I will start learning the softwares and the workflows. Okay, start learning, and then after some several times of experience, you will be able to get into the market. Okay, other things, if I say, like networking is the most important thing. So one of the uh, platform is the linkedin. So linkedin is the one of the place where you can just go through, you can connect with the professional, you can ask them, like, if you can review my resume. Okay, so if there is any problem in my resume, what should I improve, so you can ask them directly, they will be able to help you. Okay, and if you are still a fresher, but you are not getting any type of opportunity, you should be, most important thing is the attitude. Your attitude should be positive towards learning the new skills. Okay, you should be always ensure the employer or the interviewer that I will be able to learn new skills, whatever it is like. Okay, I will be able to learn the new software. So that will, that will create a positive energy and the positive impact on your professional journey as well. So this is the most important thing, that is the right mindset.
Very interesting question by one of our students in the chat box. They're asking, what about people who've already started their career, 1 to 2 years of experience in core jobs, like let's say site or any other domains? Are they considered as a fresher or will they be considered as a work experience? A follow-up question that I have is the things that they learned on site, will it be useful or is it completely useless?
So no, it's not completely useless at all. Like whatever you are, understanding based on your experience on the site. Okay, whatever you are learning, that this is how the site workflows are going on right now. So there are some shop drawings. There are some drawings which are coming from the designers, and then based on these drawings, you are, doing the execution work on the like the site. You are building the project based on this shop drawings. So whenever you are doing this type of activity, you will come across lot of problems. Okay, you will understand, you will start to realize that here this is the problem, this was not coordinated properly. Okay, so this design was problem was not coordinated properly at the early stage, and that's why we are facing the problem of rework right now. Okay, we are doing a rework, lot of rework. So if I say a fact that in the construction industry, like around 30 to 40 percentage of the cost is overrunning. Okay, and out of that, half of it is only about the the rework cost. Okay, even for the scheduling, like if you are working on the site, you will be interacting with the planning manager. You will be understanding a lot of planning problems is and challenges. Okay, so even for this fact, there is like a 30 percentage or more than 30 percentage of projects are having, they are not able to complete on time the projects, which we have observed on lot of the projects in India. Okay, so these are all the challenges which will give you the highlights, like how this challenges will be able to counter, like you will be able to counter this. So whenever you are having this basic understanding of this challenge, and then you go into the industry of the BIM, you will be able to solve the BIM problems with the proper fundamentals. So whatever you are doing right now in your current role, it is very much useful, and everything is connected, and it is all about the collaborative approach.
Awesome. All right. So when I was in college, they were building a new block, a new building was coming up, and they had just one final section left that was basically the staircase that connected from, new block to the old block. They took at least 3 to 4 attempts to get that staircase right. They destructed it again, they built it, then again they demolished, again built. As civil engineers, it was very painful for us to see just one section they couldn't get it right. So because of that, the entire project was delayed by about 2 to 3 months. The handover was delayed by 2 to 3 months, and so much of money was wasted. So
Yeah.
probably using all these experiences that they get inside, it would be extremely valuable for them when they actually shift to BIM. That was amazing
Yeah.
advice. One more question that I can see from Rahim Qureshi is, what are some of the evolution of technologies that you see in terms of new emerging technologies like AI, IoT, and AR? Uh, have they already been started implementing in the projects? And what new technologies can we expect in the industry?
Yeah, so if you talk about the AI into the BIM industry, there are certain developments, but at the it is not there at the the base level, like the construction level. It is there into the design level right now. Okay, so there are so many AI tools which are used for the design level or the design phase, but when it comes to the construction, there is still a requirement of those technologies to be implemented on the construction or the execution stage. Okay, but one of the most important development or the trends which are going into the market is the data analytics. Okay, so the data analytics provides the picture of the project. Okay, what exactly are the numbers, what exactly is the progress. So whenever you are watching the cricket match, you are looking at the scorecard. Okay, so the data analytics give you the scorecard along with all the graphs of the cost, time management, resource management. So this is one of the most important trends which I have seen into the market right now, into the industry. Okay. Second important trend which is going on is the 4D, 5D simulation. So as I am having this type of experience of doing this 4D, 5D simulation, so you can see this type of developments into the construction stage, mostly onto the construction stage. It starts from the pre-construction to the construction. Okay, all this 4D. So if I talk about 4D, what is 4D? 4D is on the 3D models. If you integrate the time element or the schedule which are prepared by the planning manager, you will be able to create a 4D simulation of the project. You will be able to rehearse the project before actual construction starts. Okay, so this gives the a lot of space and the thoughts to the planning manager, project manager, of the problems or the challenges which are coming into the execution stage. They will be able to solve it before the execution starts. So there are still so many developments going on, but into the design phase. But in the construction, these are the two main trends or the evolution which I have seen on the site. Okay, so that is the most important thing.
All right, perfect. So you mentioned about 4D and 5D BIM. We have a similar question in the chat box. They are asking, with Revit and Navisworks, which are important for 4D and 5D BIM, is it important or mandatory to learn project management softwares like Microsoft Project, Primavera P6, etc.?
Yes, so like if you are, if you are trying to build your profile into the 4D, 5D beam, okay, then there is, when I say about the 4D beam, there is a time element. So time element is all about the planning, okay. So when you go about the planning, you need to be aware of how to use the Microsoft project or else the Primavera. So most of the construction companies are well versed with both of the software. So it depends on the client which software they use. But you should be aware of the Primavera and the Microsoft project. Okay, these are the basic tools which are used for the 4D, 5D beam. Okay, if I talk about the 5D beam, okay, so there is understanding of the BOQ. Okay, there is understanding of the rat analysis which is done on the site. You have seen the estimation, okay, how to do the estimation of the project. So if you are having this type of basic understanding of these tools and the process, you will be able to build your profile, like it will be the strong profile in terms of the 4D, 5D beam. Yeah.
I just have a last question. What would be your solid, let's say, top three tips that you would want to give to a BIM aspirant in India? Anybody who's looking to get into BIM, they've put their blood and sweat into learning. What would be your three best tips for such people?
Okay, yeah. So here I will also answer the previous part of the question where I was talking how to build the network. So I will be sharing the advice based on what I have been doing. Okay, what has worked for me. Okay, and I have formulated the steps. Like it's not the top three, but there is a steps of advice or the tips which you have to follow if you want to build your presence into the industry. Okay, so the first thing will be the building your LinkedIn profile. Okay, so all like add all your educations, all your skills, exposure. If you have any type of achievements, add everything into the LinkedIn profile. Build it properly first, and then what I will suggest you, like every day send at least 5 to 10 connection requests to the beam professionals who are already walking into the market. Okay, so also do like if there is any technical post about the beam, if you see and come up across the technical post or the video, comment on that. Try to share your perspective of what is your understanding, or if not, then just appreciate that post, okay, technical post. Okay, so that will also give you the presence, like there is understanding that you are active in this type of uh, building your profile. Okay, so make this a habit, like spend, I will say, like spend the equal time which you are spending on the Instagram, spend the equal time onto the LinkedIn as well. I won't suggest like spending more time than Instagram, because even myself I cannot do that. Okay, it's very hard. So try to spend the equal time on the Instagram as well as on the LinkedIn. So this will build you, like this will give you the perspective, or this will give you the idea of what is going on into the market. Next tip will be like make a habit of at least twice in a month, attend, register the webinars, attend conferences, or also listen to the podcast. There are so many podcasts. So one of my favorite podcasts is the Digital Build podcast from the Autodesk. So that is available in the Spotify. So whenever I'm going through any of the activity, like if I go to the gym, I will listen one podcast at least one time in a week. Okay, so try to understand what is going on into the industry. Okay, there are so many resources as well. One of the resources is the Autodesk University, which I already told you. Okay, go there, try to see the conferences videos or the webinars videos. Okay, after that, once you are there, you have started your creating like presence. Then what you have to do is start creating your own post. Okay, now you have the basic understanding. Pick up any of the topic, like what is BIM, how is the BIM useful for the civil engineer, how is BIM useful for the architect. Pick up any topic and create a post. Okay, try to create your own perspective in terms of the post and upload that into the LinkedIn. So here you can use some of the various tool like Canva is the most easy and a convenient tool which you can use to create such type of post. Okay, and it is also like you can use it as a free of cost, and so many benefits of that. So try to create your own post. Try to, if possible, try to write a blog. Okay, at least one post in 1 month, it will be good to go for you. Okay, after that, join with some of the community into the industry. Like there is a big room community where I am very much active, so I will just spend some time of my day into the big room activity. Like there will be some new innovation, there is a new trends which are there into the big room. So you have to, you have to complete the challenge, you have to learn the new things, and you will be rewarded with the points. Okay, reward points. So that will itself like guide you to, like do that every day. Okay, so join the communities, join the Beam Coordinator Summit. In India there is a CDCP is the uh, community where they are promoting the Beam use or promoting the Beam standards in India. Okay, try to look up to them, like what they are doing, what they are posting about. Okay, so be aware of all these things. And once you have built your good LinkedIn profile, like if you are having more than 1,000 plus followers on the LinkedIn, you will yourself will be dragging into this trends research development, which will build your profile much stronger. Okay, so here I will say that persistent and proactive approach will eventually lead you to the right opportunity.
It was an
Thank you so
absolute
much.
honor. It was amazing to talk to you. I didn't even realize how we, spent the last 1 hour. We've already exceeded the time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. It was absolutely amazing to listen to you. A lot of new things that we got to learn. I'm sure even the students feel the same way. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll share all the links with our students on WhatsApp so that they can get in touch with you. Thank you so much, sir. It was absolutely amazing to host you.
Say thank you once again for inviting me on this podcast. Like, I hope that the viewers will make something out of this talk, and I will really feel proud to, make some successful journey for all our young professionals. So, thank you so much, and all the best for your initiative of Click to Build.
Thank you so much for joining in. This is the end of the first episode, the most fun episode of Click to Build by Mr. Keval Solanki. We'll be signing off now. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care.